Welcome back to Visual Trigger.
So, yeah, I know somewhere in the same shirt, but it's the same day. That doesn't really matter. I mean, I did switch scotch. Let's see. The last one was scotch too, but I think this one's older. So, the whole COVID-19 freelancer thing, but yet it doesn't seem like it's actually just affecting freelancers. Because I know other people, staffers, people in other industries, just done. And for me, I would say this is day. I got home from a trip, went on another trip. What is this? I think this is day 15 for me. And it's a little weird. You don't want to. I mean, some people I know some people, they reach out to clients and they book deals. And I mean, I have a client who owes me a pretty good sized invoice, and I don't even feel right calling them. So I don't really know what you do right now. I know wedding guys that all sorts of shit canceled. Um, News guys seem the news guys I know seem to be, especially, well, the staffers, they, and I guess not all. I've seen a few freelancers that I know put out some work. Most of the staffers I know right now seem to be chilling at home. I know a lot of people have been asked to take salary reductions just to help the whole company, while other, like, not agencies but wire services, they're union. So like AP Reuters, because they're protected by a union, I don't think you'll see, or they'll see, salary reduction. But for us freelancers, it it's a tenuous place to be. And so, like, if you're on YouTube and you have a photography channel, you have a podcast. From what I can tell from the podcasts that I listen to, not very many of them actually worked as photographers. They all seemed like it was maybe a side gig or some, I don't really know. But they didn't sound like working photographers. Working photographers, I guess I shouldn't, I guess I should be mindful not to kick the surface that this camera's on. Even though I thought it was going to be a podcast, but the thought of, like, sitting here and, like, staring at a Sennheiser 416 on a boom, it's right here. It seemed weird because most of the things I've seen have been on YouTube as well. And I mean, that'll be hilarious to see these fucking commenters. I don't even read comments anymore. I learned from having a blog. Some people are cool. It's a microcosm of the world. There are like as many dicks as there are nice people. YouTube looks to be like a special place, a real special animal. Probably like petapixel commenters. Well, I don't really like street photography, but I think this article sucks. Well, it's full of that. Photography got to be a weird place. I mean, photography on the internet is a weird place. Doing it for a living, it's a different animal because you really don't need. Everyone will say, "Oh, you need an Instagram presence." I mean, do you? Some people, I know people with 250,000 followers. They don't book dick. So but I mean, maybe that's not their aim to do that. Then again, I do know I have. How many does he have? Well, he works a lot, so maybe things have changed in that way. But even the busiest people I know, L.A., New York, other places, other genres, dead, doing nothing. All they're playing on Instagram and social media is stuff they've shot. Who knows? It ain't now. And to tell you the truth, I don't even know if I've really shot that much since COVID-19 in general. But then again, up here in the Pacific Northwest, we just, COVID-19 hit about the day of spring. So, and since the day of spring, it's pretty much been really shitty outside. Well, I mean, shitty. It's not shitty. It's rainy. But I mean, I think the only people and I hasten to call them like the photography industry. They call themselves the photography industry, even though all they do is they're on Instagram. If you search their name, quotations, photo by whatever their name is, quotations, nothing. So I guess if you shot portraits on a corner, maybe you wouldn't see that kind of credit. But in my world, editorial, you see that's a pretty good barometer of what you've shot and how often you've shot and how often your stuff is run and how often it plays and who plays it. And even in that context, I don't even know if like the stock world will make it through this. I think the photography world is completely changed. I don't think it'll ever go back to where it was in whatever genre you were. Perhaps in weddings, but I think I know that the media is taking, like, I forget which 3 newspapers I just read. They're going to be gone. So all those guys will figure a way, and there's only so much freelance news work that's out there. So I would assume they'll probably go into weddings. Shit, I mean, maybe I'll go into weddings. I don't know. I hope not. Not that I think weddings are bad. It's just I can't deal. The last thing I did a wedding documentary in motion for a client, and don't even know why they really wanted it, but they wanted it, and did probably 3 or 4 edits for him, and I've been advised they still haven't watched it. I mean, they paid me, but you kind of like to get a little bit of feedback. Would I do more of those? I don't know. Maybe. I think getting into photography now, after this beast hit the entire planet, yeah, I'd love to see. I don't really know any of the people who sell books through their YouTube channel. I don't know many people who sell workshops. I don't know many people who do like one-on-ones. I mean, I guess I know a few people, but I wonder if even those have to have changed. One-on-ones, you're not doing those right now. Oh wait, I do know someone who does a lot of workshops, and they said that done. Even the things that were May, June, July, August pushed. I don't really think I'm going to lose work in general because of it. I think that the forecast going forward is going to be super slow, but I think it's going to be super slow for anybody who probably isn't in healthcare, government, or service. So, I mean, I'm sure someone's thinking about photography and commissioning stills or stills or motion, But I haven't gotten any emails, and I'm in a very niche world outside having left entertainment. So, and I know the entertainment world done. There are no events, there are no activations, there are no premieres, there's nothing. That I don't know what those people are going to do. Cuz I mean, I know for a fact because I've watched my own the stock world in that world took a nosedive seems about 2012. And really things really changed in 2008. I knew lots of people who went back and got a degree in something else. No more photography. I was lucky enough to stick it out. Had enough clients and stuff, and got good gigs that sold later, and that's a whole other. I'll get into why I decided just done, just enough Los Angeles. Go somewhere else. The world just seemed like it was on a fast track for me not wanting to live around a whole bunch of people. And I think I actually made a good decision in that context. But that Fuji does a great job of picking up your eye. That's pretty spectacular. I'm glad I decided to roll video and not just sit here and talk in an empty space. And hopefully it sounds all right. I've yet to listen to it. I'll probably listen to it through headphones after I'm done with this one. But yeah, I think you're gonna have to get super creative, and if you want to get new clients or keep your old ones, or keep hoping that the old ones keep commissioning new gigs, because I mean, if you're a staffer, you're probably fine. Probably. You're not working a lot right now unless you're hardcore news. All the ad guys I knew who made huge, I don't even hear about them anymore. That's and I don't know if COVID-19, this whole pandemic, is going to further put the nail in their coffin, because I think it's going to. I think, yeah, I'm trying to think of my friends who is best positioned, what genre friend of type of photographer is positioned to post-COVID, post-massive COVID-19, because I think COVID-19 will be with us for a while. I mean, businesses are still going to have to market. Publicists and PR and brands are still going to have to push their new shit. But it's going to be different. And anybody who says that it's going to be the same, I mean, maybe it's going to be the same for people on YouTube, where talking about gear and talking about how to do what the fuck ever you're trying to tell these people how to do, that you probably found out from some other fucking YouTuber. Maybe those guys will do fine. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. I'm trying to think what I want to talk about the next time. I think because it's been so damn long since I've written a photo blog, I think the last one I put was on 35lux.tumblr.com, and that was a while ago. So, yeah, I think I'll just talk about a little bit more about who I am and what I used to do blog-wise, and kind of the way I see this now, given seeing what I did back in the day. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes.